evening. Good evening and welcome to the Glens Falls Common Council meeting Tuesday, January 11th, 2022. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. To stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll ask Councilman Ed Donahue to lead us off in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We'll open the meeting to public comments. If you have any comments, please step to the microphone and give us your name and address. Any comments? It's too cold. Let's see. Let's go with committee reports. Councilman Clark?
I have no report.
Councilman Donahue?
No report.
Councilman Landry?
No report.
Councilwoman Palmer?
Building and Codes Committee just met before this meeting, and we talked about ways, in the beginning we talked about ways to help landlords and tenants who have been affected by COVID. There's been some assistance out there, but there are more local resources than people might be aware of. So we're going to put some of that information on our website, and we're continuing to work on that. We discussed kind of hopefully the final discussions of our lighting law that we're going to hopefully place on our council agenda for a public hearing at the next meeting. We talked about short-term rentals. We should be getting data from the county shortly. And then we talked about kind of an evaluation we're doing of our building and codes department right now. And that's been going well. And also kind of looking at a noise ordinance in the future, placing that on our agenda. So very, very full agenda tonight.
Great, thank you. Yes, Councilman.
Nothing to report.
Nothing. Councilwoman.
Nothing to report.
Well, thank you. And also that was a little unfair of me, so just so you all are aware, Councilman Clark and I are working for summaries of the different committees. I know we've all met and you understand what committees you're assigned to, but we are also adding to those descriptions and then starting to come up with what, when you might possibly want to start meeting, and that hasn't been done. So there were unfair questions. Councilwoman Palmer went ahead and set a meeting, and it was a good meeting, but it was a little unfair. She had the running start of already being on that committee ahead of time. Secondly, I'll just put this under committee reports. I'm trying to register some times Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening, and Thursday evening for you to come in and meet with department heads to get an overview of the department, get each department head. Is there a time, as we'll ask now, is there a day of Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? Is there an afternoon? And you don't have to answer me now, but I'll put it out to you and think about it. And when we're done, I'll just get from you when you might. So if everybody was available on Thursday afternoon, then I'd give that as an option for a couple of the departments, department heads. But otherwise, right now, I've given them the Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and I'm asking them to let us know when they're available, and then asking you, I'll give you what departments they are. You don't have to attend all of them, but I'd love it to if you could. And as we figure out when you can attend, and if you are going to go to all of them, and we're all at them, then we'll put out a public notice, because if we've got a quorum, we need to do that. And that's fine. The public's certainly invited, but it's just these are informational meetings for us to get a good understanding of each department and what we can expect from these department heads moving forward. So, okay, so that's where I am, and Jim and I will have within the next week some committee descriptions for us all to go on and meet and talk about and how to move forward. I'm trying not to ask you the unfair question of how you move forward. Okay. I don't have any monthly report for anyone, so I think the next thing we're going to do is move on to our resolutions. So resolution 1 is approving the minutes of the December 28, 2021 meeting of the Glens Falls County Council. Resolution 2 is a resolution approving the minutes of the January 1st, 2022 meeting of the Glens Falls County Council. Resolution 3 is a resolution acknowledging the resignation of previous Mayor Dan Hall from the Glens Falls IDA, the CDC, and the LBC, and also thanking the former mayor for his work on those boards.
So moved.
Oh, no, I got one more for
Okay.
you. All right, you made it too quick. And one is a resolution approving the December 2021 city clerk's BVP monthly report.
Oh, so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, and let's see if I have this. Good. So on our roll call vote tonight, and forgive us for the numbering, but so resolution number 5 on roll call vote is a resolution to increase the A2707 Police Athletic League Revenue Restricted Code by $200 and to increase the budget expense code appropriation of 2990-4479A Police Athletic Program by $200. Resolution 6 to authorize and approve the City of Glens Falls Community Development manual payments of $7,500. Resolution 7 approving the 2022-01 warrant. Warrant date is 1/11/22. Check date 1/12/2022, and resolution 8 is a resolution to add Mayor Bill Collins to the IDA, the CDC boards, pending respective board approval on 11/13/2022 at their 8 a.m. monthly meeting. Roll call vote.
So moved. Second.
Oh, sorry. Roll call.
Councilman at-large
Yes.
Councilman Donahue,
Yes.
Councilman Landry,
Yes.
Councilwoman Palmer,
Yes.
Councilman LaPam,
Yes.
Councilwoman Zimmer.
Yes.
Thank you all. Let's see, old business, any old business, Jim?
I have none.
Let's see, Ed?
I just was talking to Jim about moving the meetings on the second floor. Instead of a little conference room, we're gonna have a larger lobby and spacing people
Yeah.
due to the increase of COVID, so, you know.
Yep. Most of them have been moved, and the only concern that is temporarily is that our lobby is under construction. But yes, I agreed. We've encouraged every department head to spread out as soon as they can and even limit the number of meetings, so, absolutely. Thank you. No. Diane?
I have no old business.
And Ben?
I have no.
And Mary?
No, I have no business.
And new business, Councilman Clark.
Yeah, I would, a good friend of mine passed away this morning. He's probably touched everybody's life here in this room, I have no doubt. His name is Michael DeGray Jr. He was very involved in this community, in the Elks Lodge, and just was there for anyone that ever needed him. He did the ice skating. He was the DJ for the ice skating at Crandall Park, most recently at the Chris Kringle Mark and the tree lighting ceremony. And he was just always there for anyone that ever needed him. It's going to be a big hole that's left in this community, and I just would ask for a moment of silence just to remember him and what he's done for us now, and I would just appreciate that. So. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilman Donahue? No, it would be new business. Councilman Landry?
Thank you, Mayor. Warren County has a new portal as of yesterday to report positive test results from at-home tests for COVID-19. Please ask everybody to use this portal if they could so that the county can get a good handle on the spread of the coronavirus. I also applaud Warren County and its health department for its continuous wonderful work to keep us all safe. Mayor, did the city get any free test kits? I noticed that some of the towns in the county had announced that they were available at town hall.
I don't believe we got any test kits. What we did get is masks. We got several cases of masks, and we're working on getting those distributed to the different senior centers and also other businesses and around the city. So I don't believe we got any test kits, but I can
No,
look into
the
it.
county did distribute, I think, 2,500 at-home test kits to the steward shops. And on the website, they listed out each steward. That was January 6th. As of today, stewards has a sign on the door, they're all gone.
Right. All right, thank you. Hockey renews at home on the 18th of January. We ask everybody to get out and support the Thunder hockey team and also support our downtown businesses. Something I just came across, in the lobby, the first floor is a free CD called Hometown Classic. I think the thing that we forget about every so often is this is not only a great hockey town, it's a great basketball town. Basketball does a lot to bring a lot of revenue to the city. These are available in the lobby of City Hall at no cost. I took a look at it over the weekend. Really brought back some great memories about good basketball at the Civic Center. Our police department too is continuing on with their coffee with a cop program. I was aware of that when I was with the Housing Authority. Provides a comfortable setting for any residents, but seniors in particular. Officer John Norton has one scheduled on the 18th at 10:30 a.m. in the morning at the Glens Senior Center. And anyone who would like to just meet with a police official in a very comfortable atmosphere to see what they do every day and be able to voice some of your concerns, that's what that's there for. So I would suggest anybody take advantage of that. I'd like to applaud the fire department for 2 Christmas Eve and Christmas Day fires in the city. Both were quick stops that saved life and property. And with the cold weather upon us right now, especially after the tragic fire in New York City that killed 17 people, 8 of which are children, that our residents are careful with the use of electric heaters in homes or apartments in the city. They can be very deadly. The fire department recently had 2 firemen with combined years of service of over 50 years with the city. Firefighter Scott Mason retired after 20 plus years of service, and Assistant Chief J.R. Pettis retired after 17 years of service. We congratulate these gentlemen and thank them for protecting us all these years. Mayor, I'd like to suggest that maybe we have a conversation to recognize city employees who are on board for longer than 20 or 25 years. I don't know what the number of years are. In today's work environment, people don't stay with jobs very long. Careers sometimes take them in a different direction. But I think that employees that stay with any organization for 20 or 25 years are pretty dedicated employees in today's business world. And I think we should look for some way that they get an acknowledgement before they retire for their many good years of service. So we can have that discussion at a later date. Let me take this last page to turn here. Well, I know it's on. I also want to acknowledge the Department of Public Works and the good job that they've done in the last couple of ice storms that we've had. Very unusual winter, not much snow, if any snow whatsoever. But ice management is much more difficult than snow management is. Sometimes more costly to the city, but definitely a burden on our DPW. Our DPW does a great job. They get the main thoroughfares taken care of. The recent ice storm I happened to come through downtown. The roundabout was was as clean and ice-free as it possibly can, and Glen Street Hill was. Our constituents should know that we try to get the main thoroughfares open first. That's so that emergency vehicles can get to locations that they need to go to, that the Glens Falls Hospital is readily accessible, and then they focus more on the neighborhood streets. And they did a great job with both of those, so Tom Gerard and his crew needs to be complimented. Also, where residents are responsible for sidewalks in the city, there is free sand that's available from DPW. It's located on the east side of the DPW building down on Dix Avenue. Any resident can get out there and get sand. So that's my report.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. And yes, couldn't agree more. The employee recognition program, I learned also of their retirement rate at the last Board of Public Safety meeting, but at the same time, I did not, I asked Chief Crandall, and he said there is nothing we do right now. So I'll work with Judy Villa-White, and we'll make some recommendations and bring it back to you guys for your consideration. Thank you. Yes. Councilman Palmer, Councilwoman Palmer, sorry.
Just an update on Crandall Pond. I have been checking in with Tom Gerard and DPW, and the temperatures are dropping, obviously, as we all know. But it was, unseasonably warm for a while, and as of January 1st, the pond was still not, it was open. There was still water, so they measured it today, and they took 10 different ice samples, and it was between 2.75 and 3.75 inches, and we need it to get up to like 6 or 7 for us to feel safe to open it. However, that might happen pretty fast now that it's cold. So they're gonna stay on top of that, and as soon as it is safe, we will open it, clear it off, and everyone can skate. But in the meantime, please stay off of it, because it's not safe at this point.
Thank you.
Bill, if I could, is there signage there that tells people not to go on the ice right now?
Yes.
There is.
Yep.
Great. Again, thank you. And Councilman Lacko. I'm struggling over this, so I'm still new to this.
Just to dovetail on what Bob was saying about the DPW sand for residents, you can get 2 5-gallon pails of stuff. And I've been out and through the neighborhoods, and there's a lot of ice down. So if people knew that they have access to that they can get that and spread that around on the sidewalks, especially near the school, I think that would be really beneficial. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Mary, good, sorry, wow.
It's okay.
I'm struggling. Go ahead.
I don't know what to say. I want to just make the public and everyone aware of the Martin Luther King celebration. We're going to have it virtual this year, and it's local. Our community is involved. The students from all the schools will be a part of the celebration, and we are going to be having that. We will be viewing ours on Sunday. It's going to be in the paper so that everybody will know, but I will definitely notify the council so that you all know the dates, but it will be Sunday, and it is the community. It's really going to be a great virtual program.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Mary, is it going to be on your Facebook page?
Yes, it will be on our Facebook page also. Thank you.
Talking about awkwardness, you should have seen me trying to record with my iPhone.
Me too, Mayor.
I struggled, but gave it a college try, that's all I can say. I just, under new business, last couple things I just want to recognize is that we did have new employee, Larry, oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I apologize. So Larry Dudley has started his new position as communications director at City Hall. He's going to help me with the recording of that awkward video last night, and I appreciate him staying late to do so. And then we have Chip McTiernan, who started as the mayor's assistant, and Mike Mender, who's been 18 years in the mayor's assistant office, is now a community development director. So changes happening. It's been a busy first 7 days in the office. So Grateful to be doing that. That is all I have for new business. Let's open it up, back up to public comment. Would anybody like to address the council?
Hi, Robert Architect, 19 William Street, on behalf of the Glens Falls Collaborative. And I'd like to echo what you said about Mike DeGray. We're devastated at his passing. It really took us off guard. Mike was one of the founders of Wingfest and has been at every Wingfest and integral on the committee. So we are dedicating this year's, and I would imagine every year's Wingfest to Mike in some way, shape, or form. We haven't formed, the committee will meet in a couple weeks, but he meant so much to the community, so much to us at the collaborative. He loved Glens Falls, and I think this is the best way we can think of honoring him. So the Wingfest will be in Mike's honor. So thanks all.
Thank you. If no one has anything further, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.